Ladies and gentlemen, we have ourselves a trade. Andrew Shaw is no longer a Montreal Canadien. He got traded back over to the Chicago Blackhawks. This is a very interesting deal that has a lot of implications behind it. And I think that's the biggest thing with this. Let's go over the trade details first, then we can talk about the implications, because the trade is a very, very simple one. The Montreal Canadiens have acquired Chicago's second-round pick and seventh-round pick in 2020, and the Blackhawks' third-round pick in 2021 in return for forward Andrew Shaw and the Canadiens' seventh-round pick in 2021. So, a 2020 second and seventh, and a 2021 third for Andrew Shaw and a seventh in 2021. Literally the only player in this deal is Andrew Shaw, and I think Habs fans, we all know what Shaw's about. He's a really good locker room guy, a guy who really stepped up over the past few seasons, 47 points and 19 goals this past season with the Habs, and now he's going back over to Chicago, to the team that he won a few Stanley Cups with here and there, no big deal. But it's in exchange for a whole bunch of draft picks, and this is pretty much the biggest implication here. Not the fact that the Habs now have another second, and another seventh, and another third. They essentially swapped seventh-round picks in 2020 and 2021, and acquired a second and a third for Andrew Shaw. The draft picks, they're very nice. We've seen what the Habs have been able to do with their draft picks. Jaden Struble is a guy that they got, Rhett Pitlick, and all of a sudden, of course, Cole Caulfield, etc. But the biggest implication here is getting rid of Andrew Shaw. And that's not a good thing. That's not something that I can sit here and say, yeah, of course, awesome, we got rid of Shaw, hell yeah, boys. But what this means, pretty much, is that the Habs are going to get another free agent to fill that forward spot, right? Shaw is a guy who played mostly on the right wing and the center position. He can play both of those, forward basically. And if we're getting rid of Shaw, does that not mean that we're really close to getting, Duchesne? This basically means that we're freeing up a contract spot, because Shaw, hey, $3.9 million, that's not a lot, but it is a contract spot. And if they just got $3.9 million off the books, they got a contract spot off the books, does that not mean that we are close to Matt Duchesne? We are close to getting another forward, Matt Duchesne, Anders Lee, who knows. But this move frees up a spot that makes that transaction a lot more easier to manage. So Anders Lee, or Matt Duchesne, whoever comes over here, it's pretty much them and draft picks for Shaw, which is really not bad. Sure, Shaw was great, everybody here loves Shaw, but having him traded away for a roster spot and the potential prospect of signing a guy in free agency, I like that a lot. Marc Bergevin, what a nice deal. What a nice deal. And for the Chicago Blackhawks, they're still bolstering up their forward group. They get themselves Andrew Shaw, who's been with the team before, 27 years of age, so he's still got a lot of room to come in, do his thing, get some points, 30, 40 points on the year, potentially speaking. And he's got himself a really good opportunity to do that, especially with a Blackhawks team that seems to be relying less on guys like Taves, etc., and more on guys that are younger, like DeBrincat and Strome. Sure, you could say what you want about Patrick Kane, because he's still very, very, very good, but the other guys don't need to step up as much as they have in the past. So Chicago fans, enjoy your Andrew Shaw, and for Montreal, we have our own details to worry about, and our own little things that we can look at and say, ooh, I'm excited. Because now all of a sudden there's a roster spot open, and free agents that are ready to come up tomorrow. Hope you enjoyed this video, 99, and bye.